Namaste. Welcome to another Friday session. Hope you all must be happy, healthy, and safe. Well, this week I'm going to recite another of my unpublished poem. This poem is titled Ode to the Black Prince of Perthshire. This poem is in the memory of His Highness Maharaja Dilip Singh, the last Maharaja of the Sikh Empire. Hope you like it. If you do, then please give a thumbs up to the video. Put in your comments in the YouTube's comment section. Share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for weekly updates. So here's presenting this week's poem, Ode to the Black Prince of Perthshire. Ode to the Black Prince of Perthshire. The Long Dynasty is from where he came. His forefathers had added feathers to the fame. He was the youngest and loved by all. Around him, there was always this protective wall. He loved to play and have fun. He was the great king's youngest son. But for him, the fate had something else written. He had to all his life live under the shadow of the Great Britain. He was crowned at the mere age of 5. This was supposed to be his age to thrive. He didn't understand the ways of the world. A lot of time, in his mother's lap, he just curled. She always reminded him that he was the king. He has to learn by himself to loosen the string. Days of glory were ahead of him. This was no time to brood and be dim. His forefathers expected a lot when they had lit up the flame. He, on his young shoulders, had to now carry ahead their name. He nodded at times as if he understood everything. But after all, he was just a child. He loved to run along and sing. But very short-lived were those merry days. There was a big war, which his men fought in the most violent ways. He was just 10 years of age when his kingdom was seized, a war which they had lost, and overseas people were very pleased. He was separated from his mother, which broke his heart. She told him that she will always be there for him, never apart. He was taken to a different place across the country. They said that he had to be taught the ways of the gentry. He was deprived of his mother's love for many years. He was strong and knew how to control his tears. Even his faith was changed against his will. They said that to serve the Lord was his mission to fulfill. Strict boundaries were set on whom he was allowed to meet. Though he was a prince, he had to bow down to them to greet. They were transforming him, which was surely very painful. He was embarrassed. He knew that this was very shameful. But he endured all without any emotion. In a stride, he drank the bitter potion. It was hot, humid, an unfortunate day in the month of May. He was told that he has to go to the Queen's land, and he had to obey. With heavy heart and teary eyes, he bid farewell to his land and his skies. Here, he was an odd one amongst all of them. Here, he was a coal. Back home, he was treated as a gem. But as the time flew, he started becoming part of their society. There were major changes in his personality. The royals loved him as one of their own. His Indianness was somewhere far away thrown. Sometimes he missed his mother, but couldn't tell anyone. Sometimes he thought about the war they could have won. He held back his emotions and mingled with them as if their own. He contemplated his own being, seeds of which in him were being sown. He thought a lot about his own fate and his land. Why all this had happened, he tried to understand. He thought of going back many a times. He knew that against his people, they were committing many crimes. When finally he met his mother, she told him about his real religion. She probed him further, questioned his decision. He knew what had to be done. He wanted to prove that he was his soil's true son. He left everything and he ran. He was now a true, fearless man. He again embraced his own faith with open arms. Seeing his demeanor, the royals rang an alarm. He was caught and forced to return, but a fire was lit in him. They couldn't diminish his yearn. He even requested others to help him win back his land. Knowing his intentions, she had him banned. He felt so defeated and so lost. He had given up everything, but at what cost? He had tried everything to restore the days of glory. He ran from post to pillar, but no one was interested in his story. He became depressed, and there was no end to his yearning. His heart was very sore. He only dreamt of returning. He even tried to reconcile with the royals. They just didn't trust him anymore to be loyal. He died with a broken heart and a broken dream. He was not even allowed to return after his death by the regime. Today, after so many years, he's remembered by the people on both sides. They say if he was given the chance, he would have turned the tides. This Perthshire's Black Prince was a great man, and that is without any doubt, who, to his land till his very end, remained sincerely devout. Hope you liked the poem. If you did, then please give a thumbs up to the video. Put in your comments in the YouTube's comment section. Share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for weekly updates. Till next week, be happy, be healthy, be safe. Jai Hind.